Hi guys, Tom Morrison here, and Jenny and I are going to take you today through a hip beginner follow along flow. So this is going to be great to loosen up the hips, and if you have a stiff lower back as well, if we focus on the hips, that can really help too. So make sure you have a pillow before you get started, because we're going to be doing some kneeling exercises, but let's get stuck in. So we're going to start off with hip circles. So you're going to put your hands on your hipsies, and we're going to go anti-clockwise first of all, and just make big circles with the hips. So we're going to do 10 of these. So there's 1, and then just follow along. 2, nice and slow. 3, 4, we're going to pause at 5. 5, we're going to go a bit wider with the step. And then we're going to keep on going anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, actually 8, 9, and 10. And now we're going to go uncle clockwise. So from here, we just go back to our shoulder stance and we go in reverse. So we're going clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with a little pause. And then we're going to go a little bit wider again, just a tiny bit. Don't go cray. And let's go again. Clockwise still. 6, 7, 8, 9, just getting as much movement as possible, keeping the breathing really relaxed. And there's 10. And now we're going to go down to the floor and start loosening up the hips even more. Make sure you're nice and comfy on your floor, so if you have a rug or a couple of pillows to lie on, that would be great. And we're going to completely pancake all the way down and just lie nice and flat. And we're going to focus on the hips first. So we're going to start with the right hip first. You're going to bring that leg up, get your hand just on your knee. You're going to pull up a little bit and then bring the hip out to the side and then back down. Just trying to keep with your knee the whole time. So we're going up and around. So there's 2. Again, up and around. There's 3. If you have little short arms like me, it's going to be hard to keep onto your knee. Round. There's 4. Last one of the up and around. Pull up, out to the side. And there's 5. Now we're going to swap that around. We're going to go down and out. So we're going down, out, and then up. Each time trying to get a little bit deeper into the hip. You're not looking to force anything. We're just looking to get as much comfortable movement as we can and feel a little bit of a, ooh, not a full on, ah. So I think that's 4. And 5. And then the great thing about hips is we've got 2 of them, so we've got to do the other side as well. So again, lifting the left leg up, pulling it in, get a bit of a stretch going, and then we're going out to the side, and then down, and around, and back up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, back up, try and get a wee bit more range, and 5. And then swap that up. We're going down, out, and up. Down, out, and up. Trying to keep that hand with that knee. I think that's 4. If you've ever done any of our follow-alongs before, you'll notice that we're not very good at counting. And then back up. And then we're going back to the right leg now. And we're going to do some gentle hamstring stretches. So just go until you feel a stretch in the middle you're aiming for. You don't want to feel it at the back of the knee. You notice Jenny going a lot further than me. You guys, if you're very tight hamstrings, just stick with a soft bend in the knee until you feel that stretch in the middle, okay? Don't be trying to go as far as you can if this is your first time ever stretching, okay? So you're going to pull the leg up a little bit and you're just going to work 5, straighten out. So 1, get a bit of a stretch for a second and then back down. And then 2, again, trying to feel that stretch in the middle of your hamstrings. Back down, back up. 3, nice and relaxed. And while you're here, check your neck for any tension. We don't want tension anywhere in our body, just want to focus on where we're trying to feel a nice stretch. I think that's 4. Back down. And then number 5, up. And this time we're going to hold for 20 seconds. And if you feel you can go a little bit further up, then you can go a little bit further up. If you feel happy with where you've got your stretch on, then hang out there. So we're going to go for 20 seconds. was hoping there it was going to be 19, but it's probably not. We'll call that 9. 10, 11, really relax your breathing. 16, 17, 18, 18 and a half, 18 and 3/4, and 20. And then just relax, give it a little bit of a shake. And again, we have another leg to do. Oh, this is exhausting. So from here, we pull that leg in, and we're going for a 5 straight knees up. So up, just get that stretch in the middle of the hamstring, breathing nice and relaxed. If you go up and you're starting to shake, you've probably gone a little bit too far. So just hang out where you feel a nice sensation. You're not looking to force anything. 2, back up. 3, back down, back up. 4, back down. And last one, we're going to do a 20-second hold again. Back up, get a nice deep stretch, and let's go. How exciting is this? Oh, passive stretching. Gotta love it. We'll call that 10, 11, 12. Again, breathing nice and relaxed. Check your neck for a second. Neck should be really, really chilled. So I'm being nosy and looking at you guys, but you guys should just have the head totally chilling on the floor and relaxing. And then back down. Shake it off a wee second. And then we need our pillow. No, we don't need our pillow. We're in the 90-90. Aha. So from here, we're going into this position here, okay? So front leg is falling out to the side like this, and the back leg is brought in like this, okay? So to make this easier, if you have your feet in nice and close, you'll feel it's a lot more comfortable than if you go out to this position. But ultimately, if you're working with this position long term, this is where you want to be with this one, okay? So just follow along with me. If your hips are very tight, then keep everything in nice and close. Hands are going to be behind us, and we're just going to do 10 swaps side to side. So from here, we go across, and that's 1. And then across, 2. Then across, this is called the 90-90 position. 3, really nice one for hip rotation. 4, a really nice one to get some time in every day. 5. If I keep going, I'll hopefully squash Jenny's foot here in a second. You will start to slide across the floor. 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. And now you'll need your pillow. We're going to have our right knee on the pillow first of all, so make sure you're nice and comfy because we're going to be rocking back and forward on this knee. We're going to be stretching the left leg, so it's going to be out in front, wherever again is comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable to have the leg all the way straight, you don't need to go there. You can have a soft bend in the knee. What we're going to do first of all is try and sink in to the hips as much as we can. So from here, we've got to stretch on the back hip here in the hip flexor, and we're just trying to get nice and deep, open up the glute a little bit, and then getting a wee bit of an ankle stretch here as well. And then from here, you can bring yourself back and then sit your hips back and try and get that same hamstring sensation we got from earlier. And then we're going to rock forwards and backwards. So we're going to do 10 of these. And keep your toes pointed for the first few. You can have your hands on the floor if you need to as well. Just rock back and forth. So that was 2, and then back. Try and sink into it. Each one. Try and breathe and relax and get a bit deeper. And then back. That's 4. And then back again. And that's our 5. And if it feels okay to you, for these next couple, as you're coming back, you can have the toes pulled up a little bit more, and you might feel a bit more of a stretch in your calf as well as you do this. If it's too much, keep with the toe pointed. So that was 6, I think. 7. And then 8. Nice and relaxed. And 9, and last one, 10. Have a wee shimmy. Now we're going to swap sides. So you're going for the other knee. So left knee on your pillow now. And then right leg out in front. See where it feels comfortable to you first. Get a nice stretch in that back hip first of all. Get yourself nice and set. And then we go for our reps again. So point the toes for your first 5. Don't worry about trying to get the knee fully straight. If you've got that stretch, that's where you want it. If you feel like you could get a bit more stretch, then you could go with the leg fully straight and bring your chest down further as well. For your first few times you're starting to work on stretching your hips, go to where it feels most comfortable so that you're going to be more likely to come back to it and do it again. You don't want to go all in and make yourself really sore from stretching too much when you're not ready for it. So always start off nice and slow. I think this is number 5. Again, deep breath out. Try and shimmy yourself down a little bit. And then back. This time, pull the toes up as you're coming back. And see if you get that bit of a stretch in the calf as well. And we're just focusing on the hamstring here and a bit of the calf. The back and round. You're just trying to get the back of the leg fully stretched out. That was 7, I think. I think it was 7. 8. 9. And last one. 10. And a wee shimmy shimmy. And relax. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, only different. So from here, we're going to the right knee again. So knee is on your pillow. We're going out to the side. Hopefully I've got enough room here. From here, we're going to work on the inner thigh. So we're stretching the groin here. We're working on the adductors. And we're going to be rocking back and forward. And we're just doing 10 of these. So from here, we rock back. And that's 1. Side of the foot is still on the ground. 2. And then 3. And then 4. And last one. 5. And then from here, if you feel like you could get a bit more stretch, if you want to, if you feel okay, stay where you are for the next 5. If not, you can move your knee out a little bit more and just elongate this a little bit more. You can even try pointing your toes up to the ceiling as well to stretch a little bit of a different part. So from here again, we still rock forwards and backwards like this. So 5 more times. 1, 2, and then this one we're thinking to try and keep the back straight. Just focus on the hip. 3, breathing stays relaxed the whole time. 4, and 5. Have a wee shimmy in that last one. And then we swap over. So left knee on your pillow. Make sure you have enough room. Can you kick Jenny in the head? From here. So side of the foot on again. And again, we're rocking forwards and backwards. So 5 times, nice and slow. Breathing nice and relaxed the whole time. 1, 2, 3. Nice deep breath out. 4. And 5. If that feels okay to you and you've got a nice stretch in here, stay where you are. If you want a bit more, you can go a bit further. And you can point that toe up to the sky as well. So again, we rock back. 1, forwards, back, 2. And if you feel like it's uncomfortable to have the knee fully straight, try and have a small bend in it as well. Don't forget that little tip whenever you're stretching the hamstrings and the adductors. Sometimes you might want to have a wee bit of a soft bend in the knee. I think that's 4. And last one. And 5. We have a little bit of a shimmy. Ooh. So we're going to finish up with more 90-90 work. So we can set our pillows back. We don't need them now. We're going to finish up going back to that 90-90 position. This time we're going to make it more of a hip stretch. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, you can just keep with the swaps with the hands behind you again. If you feel okay and you're able to get a little more upright in this position, you can have one hand beside your foot and the other hand beside your knee. And from here, we're then going to lean our chests forward to get a bit of a stretch in the glute and the hip here. Nice deep breath out. Really focus on relaxing into that hip of the externally rotated side. So if your knees out this way, it's an external rotation. And this is a nice glute stretch. From here, we're then going to swap to that other side. And we'll have no idea where we're going to end up. So from here, we're then going to stretch that right hip. So left hand beside your right foot, right hand beside your right knee. And again, just lean yourself forwards until you feel a stretch in the glute and in the hip. And that's going to be different for everybody, where you can get to, and it will just improve over time as you practice it. So again, deep breath out. Let yourself sink further if it feels okay. Make sure you have no pressure on the knee. And then from here, we just rotate back. So that was 2. Twist round. Those are called 90-90 switches going in between. Really nice movement. Set yourself up. Make sure you've got a nice stretch in the hip. Lean yourself forward. So you're trying to think about getting your sternum to the wall in front of you. And then big deep breath out. Let the elbows bend to adjust your torso position. And then bring yourself back up. That's 3. You go back to that right side again. Again, lean in, get that stretch in the glute. Wherever's comfortable. Try and keep the back nice and straight. And then sternum comes forwards. Back doesn't change position. So we don't want you going down to here because you've rounded your back. We want to focus on nice straight position. Just stretching in the hip. So you feel this in your glute. And then across. Again, I've lost count because it just feels so nice. From here, hands on the outsides. Lean yourself forwards. Big deep breath out. I think we're going to call that 5. Back up. Swap. Nice and slow. Cross. 6. The floor made a bit of a squeak there, Jenny. That was the floor. From here, again, 7. Nice and relaxed. Remember that breath out. You're never going to get deeper into a stretch by trying to go, Arr! It's not going to work. And then swap sides. 8. Don't worry, I'll do 2 more. Nice and relaxed. Last 2. And last one. Jenny kicked me. From here, nice and relaxed. And if you notice, guys, whenever you're doing this one, that one side feels a lot tighter than the other one, you could spend a bit more time on your side that feels tighter after this follow along as well. Always assess your hips left and right. Does one side feel a bit tighter than the other? Always a good thing to be in check of. So you're not just going through the motions with stretches. So you're actually trying to think, what does that actually feel like when I do that? So that is our beginner hip follow along. We hope you enjoyed. Try and do it. If you're new to stretching, try and do this every other day for a while until it feels a lot easier for you, and then you could try to move on to some of our other follow alongs as well. So we hope you enjoyed. Let us know how you get on in the comments, and we'll see you again soon. Hip circles, hip circles. Make